Hi there, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, we're a little late. It's my fault.
This ring light is very unstable, so if it moves a couple times, it's because I don't know how to use it.
I have one on myself too.
Oh, I kept trying to like position it properly. It's in between two though. Okay, I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's good. I'll just put it right here. So how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's nice to officially meet you,
It's nice to meet you too. Okay, so how do I pronounce your name?
Romy.
Romy? Okay.
Yeah. How do I
That's gonna
pronounce your name?
be Derra.
Derra.
Rhymes with Sarah, but with a D.
Derra. Okay, nice. It's like Gordonay. She kept telling me it's like Chardonnay, but with a G. Because I was
Yeah.
not able to pronounce her name at all. I was having a lot of difficulties with that.
hmm
Yeah.
So do you want to just jump right in or you want to wait a little bit? It's up
Let's
to
give
you.
it like maybe a minute, see. Because I
Oh,
did tell everybody it was at 8, and then they're like texting me, like, what's taking so long? Like, I'm on my break at work. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to tune in soon, anyways.
Oh
But
my God. I
it's,
am so sorry. I can't believe I did this.
it's all good. I just have to fix my camera. Hold on. Okay, I think we're good. Where are you from? Where are you right now?
I am in Louisiana. I'm in Homa. It's like an hour out. It's like an hour away from New Orleans. What about you?
Oh, I'm in Montreal. Yeah. It's
Okay,
not
that's
like
nice.
it's not like Louisiana, but yeah, it's cold here. I don't know if it's cold where you guys are, but
It,
it's
it's cool here. Cool.
yeah. I mean, the weather here is bipolar. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that the weather in Montreal is extremely bipolar. Like I think not even a month ago it was 20 degrees one day, and then like 3 days later it was -2.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh,
pretty
see, ours is like one day it'll be in the what about 50s and maybe well, say a Thursday it'll be in the 50s and by Saturday it'll be in the 80s.
okay. I don't know Fahrenheit. I only know Celsius.
Oh,
So I don't know what.
okay. So one day it'll be like really cold where you have to wear a jacket, and then the
Okay.
next day you can wear your shorts by
Oh,
Saturday.
wow. That's kind
Yes, that's how Louisiana is. Like today is kind of cool, so I just had on this sweater. This
of.
is our
That's
cool.
no. I had to have a whole coat, a hoodie, a beanie, like everything. It was pretty bad, but
See, it never gets that cold here, like ever, except
mm,
maybe once every few years.
wow, lucky you. Anyways, it's slow tonight. Usually, maybe it's just my phone that's lagging. Oh well. Anyways, so first of all, I want to start off by saying thank you for actually like asking me to do this live because I've been following your page for like over 2 years now, actually. I don't know how long you've had it. How long have you had the page?
Uh, I think about three or four,
Three?
three. I want to say, yeah.
Okay, I've been following it almost 3 years. That's when I publicly came out with everything. Like I spoke about my condition. Because there was this girl named Taylor, and I found her picture on Twitter, and she was holding up like a two, and it said
Mhm.
like, and then she captioned it 2 years seizure free. And my mom looked at it, she goes, you know what, for your 1 year I'm gonna give you a big balloon. And then I was like, okay. So you know what? I was like, I got my 1 year. Like she got the biggest golden balloon. I took my picture. I was so happy, and then I started going on Instagram, started searching, putting in epilepsy, and then I found your page. I found Gordon's page. I found something foundation, I was just, that was like, it kind of became my like, how do I explain it? Relief, like that I wasn't alone, and it was
Yeah.
a place where I, every time I saw a post, I would like not get emotional, but I would just be like, I can relate to that, you know? So I really like your page. I love your page. I love the other pages too that you promote and everything. I
Well,
think
thank
that's
you.
really good. Yeah.
I think it's good for all of us to like have a voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Because not enough people know about epilepsy. Like,
And that's what we're all here for, to
yeah.
spread the word.
Yes. Honestly, I love your page for that.
Thank you. Well, I think we can start now.
Yeah, we can start.
Okay, so tell me about your journey.
Oh wait, actually, before we start, can you just make sure to save this after when we end, because
Oh,
Gordon didn't save it.
she didn't?
No, she didn't. It got cut off. Like the whole all Instagram just shut down for both of us, so we didn't save it, and it was an awesome live. So we have to redo it now.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all have to redo it. I think y'all should like do an event or something.
Yeah, I really want to redo it because we got so many views and so many, like, a lot of people messaged me after that saying this was amazing, like an amazing live, and we learned a lot from it. So I definitely want to do it again, but I told her next time you have to save it.
Well, I save them like right after, and I'm gonna probably post it right after.
Yeah. So that I would like save it and send it to me, and then I'll put it on my page and then try and advertise it as well.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
it's gonna be saved.
I'm gonna forget. Yeah. Sorry, what was your question?
Okay, my question was, what is your epilepsy journey?
Well, I was diagnosed at 13, and I had my first seizure at home. I was diagnosed, I think about a week after my first seizure, maybe less, and it was juvenile epilepsy. Then, as I got older, it turned into tonic-clonic epilepsy, where I had grand mal seizures.
Hmm.
So, and it's gonna be about 10 years. It's going to be 10 years actually in March of 2021 that I've been epileptic. And it's, I just celebrated my 2 years and a half seizure free for the first time.
But congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks. I was really excited. And I guess my epilepsy journey, it's, how do I explain it? Well, I was 13. It was my first year of high school. So it was very hard to kind of just understand what epilepsy was. It was my, like, I was, it was my first year, so I was new at school. I was just making friends, and so I was still a little girl, like, like the new girl. How do I explain it properly? I'm mumbling a little bit.
You're fine.
How do I explain it? Because usually I'm trying to not to speak French right now. um, it was like, how everybody tries to find their identity in the, yes.
I'm sorry, but I can't find it.
What do you mean you can't find it?
Can you please?
Sorry, give me
You're
the damn iPad. I'm gonna have to cut this part off.
I'm sorry.
You literally clicked right here.
Oh.
fine.
Close my door.
Sorry, good luck. Thank you.
That's your mom?
Yes.
Tell her hi.
And she's got like 6 other family members joining. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, so it's your first year of high school. You're in a new school. You graduated from elementary, and I didn't have any friends because none of my friends went to the same high school as me. They all went
Mhm.
to a separate one. So already I didn't feel very comfortable in my new school, and then seizure happened, and I had to go to school after I got diagnosed and explain to them what I had. I didn't know how to describe epilepsy. I had no idea. So I'm just like, I just have to take my medication, and I won't have a headache. That's all I told them, because that's all I understood from it. My mom, I
So
remember her like, sorry, what?
I was about to ask, so did you tell them you had epilepsy, or did that, well, is that all you told them, that you had to take your medicine?
I just told them I always have to take medication, and I have a condition that has to do with my brain. I never
Okay.
told them that it was epilepsy until we got older, and some people started understanding that it's the thing that you saw in a movie once where the person was shaking. That's the best way I could explain it to people, honestly, because unless you're really well informed and educated on the subject, it's very, very
Hmm.
hard for them to try and put the pieces together about what it is and what happens and whatnot. So um, I'd say that was very hard that 1 year, because I kind of lost a couple of friends. I People didn't want to hang out with me anymore, and they were scared that I'd have a seizure. I had one at school. So, you're like 13, 14, everyone, all your friends are looking at you. They have no idea what's going on. Some of them called their parents, I remember. Um, so that wasn't easy. Then I switched high schools in sec
Hmm.
4. Well, I think in America, that's grade 11, 12.
What age?
Was I was 16, 17. Yeah, I did my 16th and 17th year there. So I think it's
Okay, 16 is 11 and
11.
17 is
Yeah, so I
okay.
graduated in grade 12, but for me it was sec 5. So yeah, I was 16 when I went to my new high school, and I told my mom, please don't tell me that I have to tell everybody that I have epilepsy, because I just want to be the new girl. That's it. I had already
Yeah.
from my elementary that I knew I was going to hang out with them. I was going to be in and out of that school, graduate, go off to college. I did not want anything. And then, boom, seizure. So I had to explain. I had to say, okay, guys, so, this is important. If you see me, falling on the floor, you have to protect my head. But again, I was still young, so I would forget the steps to tell them. I just said, like, call 911 and just keep me on my side. That's the only thing I could remember. I didn't remember the whole timing, the head to the side, and, the foam and the blood, all that. I didn't remember to tell them. So that was hard. I'd say, honestly, high school was really hard, because I kind of never, um, I wasn't ready to accept my condition. I think that's the best way I could describe it. I wasn't ready to accept the fact that I was different, and that this condition made me like not regret the things I couldn't have done, but I couldn't do a lot of activities. I wasn't allowed to have the sleepovers or go out till like midnight. I couldn't
Hmm.
go to concerts and clubs. I was very restricted, and I was just trying to fit into the new school. So high school was hard. College got easier. I had friends and my ex, who they were all very, very supportive and made me feel like it's okay to have epilepsy. We're here for you. We know what to do if something happens. But I think college was where I had the really bad seizures. The worst seizures were in my college years. So I would say I was between the ages of 18, yeah, 18 and 20. 18 and 20, I would say, were the worst seizures. Yeah.
So how they were like the tonic,
Yeah, they were
clonic?
they were the grand mal seizures.
Okay.
Yeah, and I dropped I mean, I fell down the 14 flights of stairs that are like
Oh
right
my
next.
God.
Yeah, I did what else? I had one, I had a couple in my bed while sleeping, and then just being there. I fell off my bed once, and I was telling Gordon, I showed her pictures. I broke my nose right here, my cheekbone, and my lip completely, all here was cut, and like blood was everywhere in my mouth. So, yeah, that was that was not. The next day I went, not the next day, the next week I went to school. My face was busted. Everyone's like, "Did your boyfriend do this to you?" I said no.
I've been there before too,
Oh yeah, no,
with the
no.
busted lip and
It,
everything.
yeah, it was really really bad. I don't even. Well, first of all, as an epileptic with seizures, you don't remember. Well, for me at least, I don't remember anything. I don't even remember taking the picture, but I did. Like I know the next day I was like walking around the house, and I was like, okay, so you have to remember this, so you take a picture, and so I took a picture of my face, and it was horrific. It was not pretty to look at, but I had a good support system. Then off to university. University is when I found you online. I found Gordonay, I found Taylor, I found a bunch of other people, and that's when I finally came out publicly and I started posting about epilepsy. I have a highlight on my page, and my phone would blow up every time I posted. People were like, "Oh my God, you have epilepsy? Isn't that scary? What is that? Like, does your brain hurt? Oh my God, are you on medication?" Like it didn't stop, but I don't. It felt okay to talk about it because although I don't know anybody who has epilepsy, I've never met someone who has it. I still felt like everybody was accepting me
Of it.
for me, yeah, because it's definitely not something we can control. So um, I felt okay with it. But then I almost had a seizure. I had celebrated my 1 year. Sorry, I celebrated my 1 year, and then 6 months into my 1 year, I almost had a seizure, and I managed to control it. I managed to be able to not have one. My
What did
mom,
you do?
so it was in the kitchen, and I don't remember what had happened. And so I'm walking out of the kitchen into the living room, and I just get on the wall of there's like a circle like there's my kitchen, there's like a circle that like leads you to the sorry, the entrance, and then my living room's here. And so my mom put me on the wall and sat me down, and then I'm like, I dizzy, like I can see black spots everywhere, and I can't breathe, and I'm sweating. And she's looking at me and she's talking. She goes, stay with me, you're okay, you are here. I don't remember everything that she said. This is her telling me everything, right? And she's just telling me, you've got this, you're stronger than this, don't let this control you, you can do it, you can do it. And me, I'm like, I know that my arms were like this, like I'm really like trying. I'm really, really like, I'm in so much pain. I'm really trying to like control myself, and my eyes started rolling back, and I was right there, like I was right about to really have a seizure, and my body just kind of shut down, and then it's as
Mhm.
if I almost had one, but I was so exhausted. I was
Yeah.
exhausted because I fought it off, and I was so proud of myself, but I don't remember, right? Like I don't remember the 2 days that happened after that either. Like I don't remember anything. But I was very proud of myself, and I shared that on my Snapchat with like my little private Snapchat. I didn't want to talk about it publicly just yet, but I was really proud of myself. So that was something I accomplished. And now I'm here and I'm doing lives, and I'm super happy. Um,
Yes.
but I mean, for sure you're an uplifter, so you know the feeling of, even though you're a certain amount of days, weeks, months, years seizure free, there's always that fear that you could just wake up and have one no matter what, medication or no. So
Yes, I know that fear.
yeah,
I still have my days to where, I feel groggy or, I'm not feeling it. And like
yeah,
I have really bad headaches a lot.
oh yeah,
And for me, I can't, like I had a seizure, like my last seizure, I had, yeah, it ended in a concussion.
oh,
And so, yeah, so after that, I really get headaches and
mhm.
I don't know if or when my seizures will occur. So, and I'm 2 year seizure free as well.
Oh,
So,
congratulations.
thank you. So I try to gauge my body and just pay attention to it. Like if I'm not feeling good that day, I'm not gonna drive. Like I would pretty much try and cancel my plans for the day and be
Mhm.
like, hey, I can't do this. I'm not feeling good. I don't really push myself to do things like I used to.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's how
And
I am.
yeah, how long have you been epileptic?
I started at age, well, I had my first seizure at age 9.
Oh,
And,
early.
hmm and like you, I didn't know what that meant for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's like, okay, I had a seizure. Okay, can I go back to school? Like it was like something like that. But I didn't have another seizure for a year. And
Oh,
when I had the next seizure, it was status epilepticus when I just kept going in and out of the seizure.
did you get medicated after your first seizure?
No, they just thought it was like a
A
one-time thing.
thing? Okay.
hmm
Okay. So they
But
didn't bother looking into it.
no, but that first seizure, it was a grand mal seizure though. It was like really bad. Like I had it. It took me like a week to walk and everything. It
Yeah.
took everything out of me,
I know
and
that
I stayed in
feeling.
the hospital for a while, for a week.
Wow.
Yeah, but they didn't look into it, or they might have, and I just don't remember because I was in the hospital, so they might
Yeah,
have,
that's
and
the
they just
part where you
didn't
have
find
to ask
anything.
your parents and friends who were around, like, what happened.
Yeah, they probably did. They just didn't find anything at the time, or they was like, it's one seizure, so
It's nothing.
she didn't have any more.
Yeah.
So that's what happened with me. And like I've had a situation similar to yours as well when I was about to have a seizure, but I actually tried to stop it from coming. It was really weird. And I
What?
never like really I never really talked about it, but girl, I had somewhere to go. And I was about to have a seizure and I just was like I just started praying. I was like, not today. Like,
Mhm.
God, like, went in the mirror. I was like, I'm not doing this today. We're not having a seizure today. This was like so long ago. But, and it, like, the feeling, because I usually get auras. The aura, like, eventually left. But I literally had to yell, like, at myself in the mirror.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, it was like really weird. Like, now that I say it out loud, but yeah,
It's
that's what I
not
had
weird.
to
Like I could relate to that. I mean, I've had moments, and I think this is the first time I'm gonna actually share this, but I've had moments where I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I hate my body. I hate myself. I hate everything about like I'm just looking
do.
at myself, and it's not nothing to do with physical or anything. It's just my epilepsy takes over. It's that I look at my body and I say, what the hell? Like I have no control over you. Like go to hell. I hate you. Like I start swearing and I start cussing and I'm looking at myself and I'm disgusted because every time I looked at myself, this was before, like now I'm good. But before I was like I kept like having flashbacks of like the bruises that I found on my body, my busted lip, like my headaches. I've had I think almost 8 concussions now. Like it and then like I would look at myself and be like, I missed this person's birthday, this concert, that I had paid a lot of money to go. Like, there's so many things that I wish I could have gone like to, and because of epilepsy I couldn't. And so I hated myself for the longest time. Like I didn't even want to be here. Like I was just I said, of all things to be diagnosed with, why this, and why does it have to be for life? Because I think like it's very hard for people who don't have epilepsy to understand this, because not having control over your body, no matter how many medications you take, no matter whether you meditate or not, or like you eat healthy, you work out, you sleep, you have
Yeah.
enough sleep, like it doesn't change anything.
That's the
Or
most, that's the scary thing to not have control over your body. It's so scary.
yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to put it into words. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. But
I
uh,
mean, I feel like with all of us, I feel like we all have a story and a journey that we need to tell.
yeah,
And I feel like we're here for a reason.
yeah,
That's the best way I can put it, you know?
But I like that we're doing this live because although there are people here who aren't epileptic, I still know that there are other people who, besides people who aren't seeing this, but I know that there are people right now that are watching this and who are epileptic and probably don't want to speak up right now and say, I'm epileptic, or hi, it's nice to meet you, or oh, I could relate. Because I used to be one of those people watching your lives, and I was like, oh, I want to comment so badly, but I'm just gonna keep it to myself and keep watching. Like, I love what she's saying, but then I remember I was commenting on one of your lives a lot because I loved it. I think it was with the girl from Angels of Epilepsy.
Oh, Natalie.
I was gonna say Natasha.
You was close. You was close.
At least, yeah. I actually have people who ask me questions,
Hmm.
and like who wanted like for both of us have the question.
Okay.
Okay, so someone asked me, are you scared of being alone?
Like in which way?
So they just asked that. So I didn't, I mean, alone mean maybe in public, like when you go out and do things alone, or when you live, like living alone, or.
I'm always going out alone. I'm not afraid of it.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Do you drink?
I would do one drink. Like
Oh,
that's
you
my
can
medicine.
drink?
Mhm.
Which medication
I
are you on?
I'm on phenobarbital, and what's the other one? Girl, I cannot pronounce this one. I don't know how to pronounce this one. It starts with a Z. Zanisamide, I think.
Okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, you said it in your live last time, in your last live.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, no, with mine I can't drink. I'm not. I don't know how to say it in English. Lamotrigine, Lamictal, and
I don't know.
Epival. Epival. You've never heard of Epival? That's like
Mm-mm.
the number one known like medication in Canada.
So what does it do if you drink?
For the Lamictal one, which is a smaller pill.
Oh, Lamictal.
Lamictal, there. Okay. That one I can't. Yeah, I can't drink on that one. But I'm pretty sure Epival either. My doctors are trying to get me off of Epival though, because it might like if ever I want to get pregnant in the future, it might interfere with it. Like I could either miscarry, or just not be able to get pregnant at all. So it kind of they want to try and get me off of it as fast as possible. But I was talking to my mom about it the other day. I told her I don't want to get off of it, and she said,
So
"Why?"
what
So
do you want to do?
I'm scared to get off of it because what if I have a seizure? The reasons why I kept having seizures was because my medications were not regulated. They weren't well balanced with the doses weren't well balanced with my weight. And I've been working out lately and my weight has been going like up, but now I have to go see my doctor and he wants to take me off of Epival and keep me on Lamictal.
So does he have a plan? Like,
He's a doctor, and I mean I don't trust them all. I mean, he's a good doctor, but I'm not ready to have another. Like I'm doing good. I have like 6 more months at the 3 years, so I really don't want to get off of this medication. But they're really telling us to like that this we have to start now. You're 23, like you need to get your body used to getting off of this medication. So I'm still debating on that, but so far I haven't drank um, in like almost a year actually. Yeah.
well, from someone like I'm on a medicine like that too. Phenobarbital messes with the birth defects of the
Yeah.
child.
Oh,
And
okay.
I tried to get off the medicine like 2 years ago and I couldn't. It
Why
was
not?
like it was the worst experience I've ever had in my life. Like it was like they took me off wrong. I had withdrawals. She took me off cold turkey and I went through like withdrawals for like 10, not 10 months, for like 4 to 5 months. Like cold sweats, twitching, seizures, uncontrollable. My seizures switched up to where if I had any type of emotion from happy to sad or angry, I would drop and have a seizure. And not just like, hey y'all, I'm having a seizure. I would just fall out. So it was like crazy. And I couldn't sleep. It was I was
Well,
like in
why
hell
did
on
you
earth.
why did you wait 5 months to get onto another medication?
No, she didn't give me another medication. She just upped my other medicine and it didn't work. Like it didn't help me at
You see,
all.
that's what they want to do. They want to up the other medication and then they want to get me off of the Epival, and I'm not ready for that. We need to
I
have
mean,
that conversation
I,
of I'm scared.
I think for me, what eventually when I do have a child, I'm gonna probably just go and invest in a surrogate to have my kid.
That's
That's what I
exactly
would do.
my next question. Someone asked me thoughts of future and kids.
I'm gonna invest in a surrogate because I just I'm seizure free. I don't wanna, and I have goals, career goals that I'm like pursuing, and I just don't want to put my life on hold again. That was hard. I did that for literally the entire year,
Yeah.
and like I can't do it again.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, what about you?
Uh, I mean, I'm already oh wait, I think I read something interesting.
Lola. Yeah, she said she's on Lamictal and just had a baby almost 2 years old.
Oh, but Lamictal is not the one that's the problem. It's Epival. That's why they want to take me off of Epival. They want to put me on. Well, I'm already on Lamictal. Um, yeah, that's not an easy. And the side effects of these medications. I mean, I know they're all the same for everybody. I know you guys all go through the same like side effects. Those are not easy at all. But kids, yeah.
I think you're still young. You
Yeah,
still have you have options.
I have options, but I've always wanted to have like my own kids, Like
Hmm.
I've always wanted to be able to carry a child. I mean, I think most people who want kids want to be able to do that. I'm not against like adoption and surrogacy and all that, but um, definitely like the first thought that I had was, what if I have a seizure while I'm pregnant? Or what if I pass on epilepsy to my kids? Or what if while giving birth, because you're emotional, you're in pain, you're feeling all these like this rush through your body, what if I have a seizure during childbirth? So all these things were going through my mind, and at one point I think it was for a couple months I was like, I'm never having kids. I'm gonna adopt like 100 of them, but I don't want kids. But even now I'm still scared. I mean, like I discussed it in the other live with Gordon about like menstrual periods, and how when I used to get my periods, like the pain was so excruciating that I think I ended up in the hospital once or twice, and then if not, like I had to stay home and I was like on the floor of my
Mm.
bedroom, like, and I had to call in sick for work, and
You
it
don't
happened.
take medicine for that?
Bro, I've taken so many medications, nothing works. I've
N-
tried like
Not
10
even a
times.
prescription medicine for your
Yes,
crown?
I've tried. I know for a fact someone that's on this thing has tried naproxen. But
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
no, that does
That does
nothing.
not work. What
That I
about
tried two of them, 500 milligrams each. That did
eh,
nothing.
what
Be-
about exercise? That doesn't work either?
nope. But I also have a other medical condition that makes my period. I don't know if you know what endometriosis is.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so my periods were definitely like 100 times worse, and the cramps were like off the charts. Excruciating pain. Like I don't even know how to explain it. But I was always scared every month that I would have a period. Every time I had a period, that I would have a seizure, and I was just like in bed, and I'm like, in a ball, and I'm like praying. I'm like, please, 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 just let this be a normal month with no like seizures. But then of course, like it happened a few times, and so, but now I don't have my periods anymore. I'm on medication. for my endo, and so I'm grateful for that. I was telling Gordon that that's literally one last thing I have to worry about. It's the stress on my body every month. So I'm super grateful for that. And I don't know why they haven't thought of doing that for women who have epilepsy, um, like, you know, basically. Sorry, I'm reading it. Yeah, exactly. Seizures that spike around like the cycles. I don't know why they haven't thought of, being able to prescribe them something for that, because I know a lot. I've read up on it, and a lot of women have their seizures when they're near their period or whether they're on their period, and that is just, you're already going through the cramps. You don't need a seizure.
You
So
don't.
yeah, no, but I actually found that a good question about the whole kids situation, because I know how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 35.
Okay, see, so yeah, you're older than me, so I
Hmm.
definitely, like, we're at two different, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying not to speak French right now. Uh, Anyways, we're in two different,
Stages.
there you go.
We're in two different
Yeah,
stages. Like you have time like to
yeah,
plan all like if you want to get have children and what you want to do.
yeah, of course. I mean, I would love to. I
And
mean,
see,
we
like
need to
you
around.
have time to plan it out. Like in my 20s, I didn't even think about like having children. That was like the last thing on my mind. My doctor would have told me that in my 20s, I probably would have switched doctors.
Yeah, well, now I don't know, like literally everybody at my age is having kids, so but I mean, I'm not planning on doing that anytime soon, but it's definitely with epilepsy and endometriosis, it's definitely something I need to look into in advance. Like, it's definitely a situation and a subject that I need to be aware of and take into consideration and
Hmm.
look into more. So that's what I've been doing actually for the past year. So, yeah, but it's the first time I got asked a question about kids with epilepsy. Yeah.
Okay, so what is next for you?
In what sense?
I guess your advocacy.
Um, Honestly, I, well, you, Courtney, Natalie, and all these people have really given me um, a strong confidence. I've had a lot of confidence that I'm not alone in this, and you guys told your stories, and look how far you guys have made it with your page, and you're like spreading a lot of awareness with this. I think with my condition, I'd love to do that. I'd love to one day maybe have an Instagram page of my own, or run an organization here in Canada, and try and get people from all around the world to participate. So, and you know what? I just need to stay healthy right now. That's what I'm trying to focus on. Working out, eating as much as I can. Sometimes it's really hard. Sleeping, which definitely because of new medications and stuff, it's always insomnia. It's like not the worst. Like I
Yes.
bed at 5. um, but yeah, so sleeping better, not getting too stressed about school, and just really trying to control your emotions and all that. So that's the best way I can kind of describe what I'm going for right now. What this is what I'm currently doing, and what I look forward to, and I want to keep doing that to stay seizure free. Overall, I just want to stay seizure free. I don't plan on having another one. That's why, like,
You will stay seizure free. We're gonna claim
I'm
that.
praying.
Yes,
I'm
we're
not religious
claiming it.
like
We're
that,
gonna
but I pray every single day. I wake up, I say, okay, no seizures today. I go to bed, I was like, props to myself, no seizures today. But I mean, I know definitely you and other people who are watching this right now who are epileptic can definitely relate to, there are moments during the day where I stop and I remember that I have epilepsy, and I remember that I could have a seizure today, but I won't let my body like take over. I won't let my body have control over me today. And now every other day. That's how I've been trying to go about it, but it's definitely not easy. It's I mean, I'm scared every day. I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm scared every day. Every day I walk out, I get in my car and I just pray that I get to my destination like safe. Usually I go to work out and it's a good 30-minute drive and it's the morning and I'm tired. Or when I go back home, I just had a workout and I'm tired and it's 30 minutes back. And, I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be driving when I'm tired. That's one thing that I definitely shouldn't be doing. But I guess I'm stubborn that way.
I'm
Uh,
like that too.
yeah.
This is one thing I do. Like I drive back and forth to New Orleans every week or every other day, and it's like an hour away. And that's one thing I do is like right when I get in the car, I pray. I be like, God, keep me, protect me on this road,
Yeah.
because I know I do. Even though I'm seizure free, I know I do have epilepsy. You
And you
know.
can control it. I mean, hell, I can be seizure free for 10 years and then in 2 days have a seizure. So,
Hmm.
but I'm really happy that I found you and I found the page. And actually, you should have seen how excited I was when I saw you that you requested to do a live with me. I woke my mom up. I ran to her room. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, what are you showing me? Like, look at this. She goes, what is it? I said, Mom, the girl that I've been following for 2 years wants to do a live with me. She goes, didn't you just do a live? She started crying. I was like, yes, but she wants to do a live with me. So she was super happy. She told a couple people, and now like I haven't really been paying attention to who's been tuning in, but I'm assuming a couple of people that I've been like telling tuned in. But yeah, and it was actually thanks to you and Gordonay and like I mentioned Taylor before that I decided to make my video about the steps to follow during a seizure. Um,
I like that video. I watched it, and I think I commented on that video.
that's a possibility.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, I restarted that video like 3 times. I kept like going French and English and I kept stuttering and I'm like, oh crap. So I was like, I'm just gonna cut and just put a bunch of pieces together. And so I just threw it on the web and I got a lot of views and I was super happy. And I wanted to point it out to people. So I posted the next day too. I said, I want to point out that I'm not posting these things for attention. I'm posting this for the views so I can share awareness because I know that even though you might not like it or comment on it, I know that you saw my video and now you are, sorry, now you learned something new and you do know what to do if someone has a seizure. Because
Hmm.
if I was not an epileptic, I wouldn't want to just keep scrolling down. I'd be a little bit curious. I'd want to know what she's going to say in the rest of that video. Like, what is she going to say about seizures? I mean, I'm lucky I've never witnessed someone having one in front of me. I've only seen it in like Grey's Anatomy and stuff. But I just don't ever want to witness someone having it. I mean, I know what to do obviously, but I I think I'm going to be traumatized if I know that that's what I look like when I have a seizure.
You won't. You would know exactly what to do. You would
Yeah,
be
it's
fine.
just I would know what to do, but the question is, am I gonna freeze and forget in that like moment, or because I mean I've been around people who knew what to do, but then they're like, "Yo, sorry, we froze." So I'm
You
like,
got to think about it like this is you. You
yeah.
wouldn't want someone to freeze on you. You know?
Have you witnessed someone have a seizure before?
I've seen, like I have a little cousin that has had a seizure when he was a baby, so I've seen him have one. And like really random when like I was in college, this woman was driving and had a wreck, and she was having a seizure.
In the car.
Hmm.
What happened?
We called 911, but like 911 told us not to touch her.
Wait, hold up. She was driving?
She was driving and crashed because she went into a seizure.
Is she, okay, like, did she crash into like a tree or a car or?
She crashed into a car.
Wow.
She didn't like hurt anyone because the man out in the other car got out. Like we all got out because I was just driving like on the other way. But
Wow.
yeah, we all stopped to see what was wrong, and she was having a seizure.
Okay, but now she's having a seizure, meaning like her face is probably on the wheel, right? That's probably how she was.
No, she was in the back, like she was sitting up and her head was turned and just like pulled, like jerking.
Oh, on like which side? The side of the door?
Yeah.
Wow, she's lucky that she was on her side. Because
Hmm.
the way I could have seen it, if someone having a seizure, you're throwing your head back or you're throwing your head front and you're like on the wheel, right? I mean, that's how I would see it. But so you didn't touch her at all. You didn't like turn her on her side or.
I didn't. They like we called 911. Well, I called 911 and it was like, don't touch her. So like we
Oh,
waited till 911 got there. Well, till the ambulance got there.
did you ever find out what happened to her, or they just
I
took her?
did not.
Wow, I would definitely want to just get in the car, even if I don't know her, and be like, "Yeah, I'm her daughter," just to make sure she's okay. You know. I mean, I would not want to be alone if that happened to me. I don't care who it was that would come in the ambulance with me. I would definitely want to have someone like, I don't know. Have you ever woken up alone and had a seizure?
Plenty of times. Yeah.
But like, did you fall on the floor? Was it like, were you already sitting?
I fell on the floor. If I felt the seizure coming on, I would lay on the floor. It just depends on
Oh,
the
you could
day.
feel them coming on?
Yeah. I like right before this new set of seizures came, like the new set, I couldn't feel
Hmm.
them. They would just have me drop. But the ones prior to, I had an aura. I could feel the aura, and I'd be like, "Hey, I'm about to have a seizure," because I couldn't remember or I couldn't comprehend that my name was Derra
Hmm.
or I lived this place. Like I couldn't comprehend that. I was completely confused, and then I would be like, "Okay, I'm about to have a seizure," and I would like let whoever is close to me know.
You're so lucky. Oh my God. I wish. I mean, you're
That's
not lucky, you still have epilepsy, but I mean, you're lucky that you know when they're coming. I never know when they're coming. They just hit me whenever. Like,
so yours just would come and you would fall out.
oh yeah. I mean, I've never had a seizure that was just like regular. I go all out. Like I break dance like I just fall to the floor and I just go all out, you know, like I have the grand mal. I have the jerking, I have the grunts, the moaning sounds, the blood and foam. I've once peed myself too, concussions, broken face, lips, and of course I think we all get the tongues, the bubbles
Hmm.
full of blood. That my God, that doesn't go away for like days. You're not even you can't even eat. You know, you have to have everything in a smoothie or like a soup or something.
Yeah.
So I've definitely never been able to tell someone before when I have a seizure, which is actually something that someone asked me the other day, if ever, because I'm still 23, I'm still living at home with my family. They asked me, "Are you afraid of like moving out and living alone?" And I said, I don't see myself living alone ever. I think that if I move out and like soon, you know, when I'm done school or whenever I'm ready to move out, I think that if I move out, I'm either going to be with my boyfriend or with a like a college friend, like a, you know, and we're going to be roommates or something. So I think that, and you know, I don't, because I know some people like being on their own, living alone, having that type of freedom, but I'm scared to live on my own. I mean, I love being home alone sometimes, but I don't like it when it's too long. You know, like I'll make sure
Yeah.
I'm not walking around the house. I'll stay in my bed and like I'll put the pillows like on the wall and just to make sure. I mean, yes, I'm 2 years seizure free, but again, like you never know. So I kind of always feel a little bit safer if I know I'm in my room. You know, I've got like the nice lamp on, everything is relaxed, the screen's not too bright on the computer, and if it is, I have my glasses that helps me with the reflection and everything in the light. So that's another thing. Like living on my own, I don't think is ever going to be an option for me. Um, but I don't know. I think if I were to live alone, I'd get one of those like epilepsy dogs, you know?
Yeah, get a dog. Like for me, I think we're completely opposite in that. I would live alone. Like I live with my parents right now too. I
Mhm.
do not like it.
Well, I mean, obviously there's pros and cons, but I mean the pros I would say is really because I have my like support system. I have my siblings, I have my parents, I have that puppy of mine. Like he's not like trained for epilepsy, but he's very therapeutic. So, like if I'm not having a good day and I'm getting really emotional, like he just comes and lays on me, which is
Mhm.
very, very like I don't even like him like that, but he's good. He's good for that. But yeah, living on my own, I used to want it, right? When I didn't really know how serious my condition was. But then I learned about it, and then I started becoming months, years seizure free, and I said there's no way in hell that I'm breaking that how to explain it, that you oh my god, what am I trying to say?
That routine.
No, the streak. There you go. So
Okay.
I'm just not trying to break my streak. But it's not only about the streak. It's just that me mentally, when I tell myself, okay, 6 more months to make it to 3 years, I'm basically telling my body, you can do this. No seizures. Keep going. So,
And you can.
and I can, and I mean, I hope that I can keep going on, and I hope that June 2018 was my last seizure ever. But it's an accomplishment that I hope to keep um, forever.
And someone just said it's an accomplishment.
Oh, that's actually perfect timing. Yeah. Um,
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I know that for sure you would love to live on your own, but I don't know how you wouldn't be a little bit worried. Not
I
even a
think
little worried.
like for me, I just like a part of me wants to live near my parents now,
Hmm.
like or somewhere around them, but I don't want to live by them or
Hmm.
like I don't want to live with them no more. I'm over it.
Yeah. No.
But um I don't know. I want to like when I did live by myself, I was sick too. I had seizures, but my mom, she would come and stay with me. And I
Hmm.
was like an hour away. She would come and stay with me when I needed her, and like if I didn't, she would go home.
Hmm.
Like I I feel like you can manage on your own if you need to. That's I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like I can, you know?
I know, and I'm jealous because you know when your seizures are coming, and
No, my last batch, girl, I didn't know. That was the scariest thing. The last ones I had before they stopped, before they put me back on that medicine, I didn't know.
so
That's
what
the ones
happened? You were just like what, walking around your house, or like where were you?
like the last ones I was having, I would just drop anywhere and have a seizure.
You never knocked
That's,
your head or had a concussion or
yeah, I had a concussion. I would wake up with the last one I had was a concussion. I said, I'm not going through this no more. Put me back on this medicine. Because
yeah.
I woke up literally with a hickey on my forehead, a busted nose, two black eyes, a busted lip. Like I had all kind of stuff. I went to the bathroom because I had an ice pack. My mama was so scared for me, she slept with me because I
Oh,
didn't know what happened.
how many times my mom has slept with me after a seizure, or even just
Yeah.
like a night where I was really emotional. Like this happened like a couple months ago. We're just having a horrible night. She looks at me, she goes, "Okay, I'm sleeping in your bed." I was like, "I'm fine, bro. I'll just watch some Friends on Netflix." Just trying to, change my mind. And she goes, "Nope, I'm sleeping next to you." I was like, okay, fine. So she slept next to me until like I passed out, and then the next day I was fine. But see, those types of things, they are annoying, but I'm grateful for that. You know, like she sometimes times my showers to make sure, like, okay, if it's been too long, like she's if she stops singing, like that's when we have to start worrying. Or she was telling me the other day how she used to, when I was younger, she used to sit outside the door of the bathroom while I was in the shower or just in the bathroom period, like brushing my teeth or just to make sure that I'm okay. And I actually didn't even know about that until a couple of weeks ago. So I was like,
That's,
but you see,
that's really good.
yeah, I mean, I love my mom for that. My dad too, my sibling, especially my brother. My brother, like we share a wall, and so every time he hears something like fall on the floor, he'll just like rush to my room, be like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes, it was my phone." He's like, "It's the third time today you dropped your phone." It's like, "I'm sorry." And then like my sister's room is downstairs, so I dropped my phone, and then she texts me, "You good? You good?" I said, "Yes, everything's fine." So they're very, very helpful. I know that I marked them though. They were young when they saw me have a seizure for the first time. They were really young. So I know I marked them for life, but they know what to do, and it's not easy having like a big sister have epilepsy. That's for sure. They've
And
experienced.
they're just worried and
Yeah,
checking
they're
on you.
just worried, like my brother has offered sometimes to drive me to places and pick me up. He's, like we look out for each other, but it's like I'm the baby sister because of my epilepsy, but I'm still the oldest. So like I look out for them, but they also look out for me. Like that's I think the first thing that they told one of my friends when she came home for the first time was, okay, so my sister has epilepsy, right? Like just make sure you know what to do. So this is what you need to do. Actually, you know what? Let me write it down for you. Went and wrote it down. Okay, here, go. If she's too tight, don't let her drink. Like, yeah, they're
But
very.
I don't think they look at you like a baby. They're just protective of you. Like they
Yeah,
trying to
that's,
make
that's kind of
sure
what
you're
I was going
good.
for. Yeah, like they, not a baby, but someone that they still feel like no matter how old I am, they'll still have to feel some type of way, like they'll have to take care of me.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I have epilepsy. It's not going anywhere, so you're still gonna have to take care of me on some level. I can be a mom, I could be like a grandmother. You're still gonna show up and be like, "Are you okay?" So yeah.
That
Someone
is
else had a question. Actually, I was gonna ask you the question.
okay. And my phone's like this because I'm charging it. It was
Okay.
like about to die.
I was charging my phone all day today to make sure I had enough. Where is it? Okay. What do you feel when you wake up from a seizure?
Oh, Lord. Like hung over. It's like a really bad hungover feeling, like groggy, the worst headache ever, and it takes you forever to recover.
Mm-hmm. That's like
Like that's like,
physical, right?
hmm,
That's physical.
yes.
And how about like emotional?
Ugh, I would have to think, how do I feel? I would usually feel like I've like let myself down by having a seizure.
Yeah,
Like, how did I let myself do this?
I could have
You
controlled
know?
it and like,
Yeah, like, why did this happen?
yeah,
Like, how did this happen?
yeah. No,
You
I know
know?
the feeling for sure. Yeah, honestly, like I think the physical part, I think it's kind of all relatable. Like every epileptic has gone through the whole broken something on your body and, busted nose. For sure, I know for a fact everybody has woken up with like the tongue full of blood. That I know it's everyone that I've spoken to, they all like agree with that. And the headache, that's like a given.
Hmm.
Whether you knocked your head or not, like your head is just, it's like it feels like there's like been so much pressure and it's like a headache here and here and here and just like thumping and it's the
Yes.
it's so bad and it's like a headache that'll just not go away. There's no such thing as taking a Tylenol or Advil because it's not like a normal headache. So
Yeah.
I think
It's a really bad.
the best way, someone described this to me. They said it's a headache inside your brain. And I didn't understand what he meant by it.
Mm,
He goes, no, but really, just take a second to think about it. Your headache can just be here or here or here. But an epilepsy headache after a seizure could be literally inside your brain. And I'm trying,
wow.
but I don't know if you can kind of relate to what he was saying, because I was like, that kind of makes a little bit of sense, because I understand, like, it's the type of headache where you kind of just want to crawl in a ball and just try and make it stop, but you can't, and your eyes are going and you're seeing black spots and stuff. And so I guess that's the best way that he could describe how he felt after a seizure. And I remember asking him, how does he feel emotionally about it, and he didn't want to answer. He was like, no, I don't want to get like emotional about this. I was like, oh, okay, sorry about that. Because there's definitely people now that don't feel comfortable talking about it. You know, that was me 2 years ago. So, but I think, because I'm gonna talk about how I feel emotionally, because I feel like even though I'm not 100% comfortable talking about it, but I think I just need to get it over with.
Yeah.
Um, Waking up from a seizure is like, God, how do I explain it? I actually lost my words. Um, it's like you ran a huge marathon of like, it's like a 20K marathon, and like you didn't prep for it, and I felt like I had like an asthma attack in the middle of my marathon, and I wake up and I can't breathe, and I have a headache, and I'm dizzy, but then all goes like it's like negative thoughts. Sorry, I'm trying to read that too and just,
I always assumed the
oh
headache was
no.
hitting us
I
because
mean,
everybody.
yes, technically yes, but it's because your brain is just like going like this,
Like,
literally. So yeah, no, it's your brain that's hurting and giving you headaches. I
your
remember.
brain's your brain's rebooting.
There you go. It's like the best way I described it to my friend was, okay, this is your brain, and this is this is your brain and your waves. Okay? This is my brain, and these are my waves. That's the best way I could explain it to her. But yeah, so back to like how it felt emotionally. It's I would cry. I think I cried every time I woke up from a seizure, because for sure it was the exhaustion of my body felt so I don't know if you've ever been that, if you've ever felt that, so tired to the point where you just cry and let it all out. But it was like every time I had a seizure I did that,
Yeah.
and it was it, and I fell into like a depression a couple of times for a couple of days, if not weeks, after every seizure, because I felt I didn't like the feeling of being vulnerable in front of people, whether it was my friends, family, like I didn't care who it was. I don't like the fact that they saw me that way. They saw me have a seizure when I was at my weakest, and you know what, they know that I can't control it. They accept it, like, you know, but I know you know how I feel, and I'm just not able
No, but it's
to.
like if someone sees you at your weakest and they're still there, like they're on your team. That's how I look at it. Like they own your
Yeah,
team,
for
you
sure. Like,
know?
I have my ex, like I had my God, that was something else. I had a seizure in front of him, and we had just been dating just not even a couple of months. And that's the one where I fell down all the way to the stairs, and we were home alone. And yeah, he called 911. Like, because I fell down the stairs, the fire trucks came, the ambulance, the cops. Literally, it was a hell of a show. My parents came. No, my mom came, and then my dad met at the hospital. And I thought for sure that was it. This guy is gonna break up with me, because nothing is so like unattractive than seeing your girlfriend have a seizure. But you know what? He was super supportive, and like he was very I don't know, apparently he didn't stay calm, because like, but he knew what to do, and I was fine. I mean, I for sure woke up with a huge headache, you know, the usual. Um but and so that helped me, knowing that I had someone new in my corner, and like I can trust someone when I go out. He would know what to do, and like he didn't see me any different just because I had a seizure, just because I had epilepsy. And my friends that I made, some of them kind of just distanced themselves from high
Mhm.
school slash college, and then mid college and up so to university now. Um, I love them. My friends are super supportive and I thank them every day. Like they make sure every time we go out, did you take your medication? Okay, you text me when you get home. If you don't text me, I'm gonna show up to your house. Which actually happened once. It happened one time. Like, they don't let me drive if I'm too tired. Always wear my sunglasses if we go out, if it's like bright lights. So having people in your corner, I think, is definitely really important as an epileptic, for emotional support as well. Not just people who know what to do if you have a seizure. You need someone to literally lay down with you and be like, it's okay. It happened. Just lay down, sleep a bit. You'll be good.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go make you like some food. We'll just like you'll just rest a bit, and you'll be brand new. And I think my mom said tomorrow, but it was like 5 days later. Yeah, but
Somebody said you have an awesome support system.
thank you. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Is it Isha? Isha. And we're gonna just say it's Isha or
Type
Isha
type
Jane.
your name in. This is actually my cousin's wife.
Oh, okay. So
She has epilepsy
oh
um,
wow, wow.
as well.
I wish I knew people who had it here, like so I can talk to someone. But
See, a lot of people in my family have it, but it's like not immediate family.
mhm.
It's like cousins.
I
She
got
said,
it.
"Yeah, you said it
Okay.
right."
I'm Romy, by the way. Yeah, but you see, it's probably genetic. I don't even know where I got it from. We did some tests and still haven't gotten the results yet, COVID. But I'm still waiting to see if I can pass it on. I mean, I don't know. I really hope that that's not the case. But we'll see, I guess.
She says on both sides of her family. See, it's just on my mom's side.
Yeah.
And does your mom know anybody on like her side that actually suffered from like epilepsy or
Um,
yeah?
no. No, I'm the first one. Yeah, I'm the first one, which I'm not too happy about. I feel like if there would have been someone else, I'd been like, oh, okay, that's where it's from. But no, mine literally just came out of nowhere. So I'm definitely like terrified to send it like down generations. I don't want to give it to any of my kids, or they give it to their kids, or it just skips a generation.
She said
Oh, I'm terrified of passing it on. Yeah,
yes.
same. I feel you. I feel you on that. It's probably the worst feeling.
But couldn't you like get the gene of epilepsy taken out too before you? That's probably like too much modification as well.
I mean, hold up. Where do you... Okay, Katerina, stop answering, please.
That's your mom.
Yeah,
Janice says, "Where do you live?
don't be.
Don't give specifics."
I mean, I don't really mind giving it. Just Montreal, Canada. That's pretty much it. Don't say Quebec because we're not from Quebec. I refuse to say I'm from Quebec. I say Montreal
Why?
because I don't like Quebec. I just say Montreal. Yeah, Montrealers hate being like linked, and how do I say it? They hate being seen as Quebecers. Like it's I'm telling you, you ask one person who lives in Montreal and they're just gonna completely agree. They're like, nope, I'm from Montreal, not Quebec. So
Okay. So,
it's like someone from Toronto saying I'm from Toronto, not Ontario. Or like I asked my
okay.
friend that it's kind of similar. That's how I'm trying to like say it, I
Okay.
guess.
I get it.
But like Louisiana, do you guys have a lot of like organizations and like foundations for epilepsy?
We have the Louisiana, wait, is it called Epilepsy Alliance? And the one I just started. And that's the only two that we have.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna really like try and start like some support groups and just get people together because there are more people out there around here, and I'm sure where you are too, who have epilepsy. They just don't want to talk about it. That's what it is.
No, that's what I'm trying to do. I really
Why
want.
don't you go to the hospitals and like just put up a flyer and start like a virtual support group or something?
Okay, well, COVID is not helping. I would
No,
definitely do it after COVID. Uh,
yeah, like do
or try
something
to
like
do it online maybe, but I know it's a lot of work to like to have first of all to have an account, like more than one account on Instagram to try and it's a lot of work. So and I'm still a full-time student, right? So it's very hard to juggle all of that. But I definitely want to do that. That's definitely something I want to look into because I'm in a program where I can definitely see myself graduating with a master's in like organizations and I like not TED Talks necessarily, but just like where I can go and talk and like go for support groups and I'm just trying to with these lives, hopefully something good will come out of them if I keep posting them and getting more like views and I just want to share a lot of awareness. I every literally every single account that I go on Instagram, everybody's in the States. I have not found one account from Canada.
no, Janice is from Canada.
Oh yeah?
Uh, yes, she is. You scroll up, see where she's from.
Oh my god, I can't even pronounce it.
I can't either. Janice, how do you pronounce that?
Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan. Oh my god. I only know the way to say. I don't know if you watched the Grown Ups movie, but the guy
Yeah, I have.
Saskatchewan. What is it?
Saskatchewan. What'd she say?
Saskatchewan. What?
She's from Canada.
Yeah, you know what? You're from Canada.
Romy, she's from Canada, so reach out to her. Cassidy Megan, who created Purple Day in March 26th, reach out to her.
Hmm. Yeah, Saskatchewan. There we go. I said it right. Okay, thank you. Yeah, no, you know what? Follow me on Instagram, please, people from Canada. I'm really trying to find new people to talk to and stuff like that. Like,
And I may start a virtual support group.
I'm gonna get on that for sure.
Okay, Angelina says, I know a lady in Canada who has a little girl with epilepsy.
Okay,
So,
where in Canada? It seems like everybody's from other places except Montreal.
where at in Canada, Angelina? I
Honestly,
don't think it matters. As long as like it's Canada, you could reach out to her, see, y'all could eventually link up.
I mean, I'm willing to just chill and do lives or FaceTime calls just to talk. Uh,
Yeah.
but she just said this. Not sure. Canada's pretty big, but we'll just say it's either the cooler places. So we'll say it's like Toronto, Montreal, like Vancouver, maybe. Let's just keep
Oh,
it.
and reach out to Epilepsy Canada. Or is it Epilepsy Toronto?
I mean, yeah, but I kind of it's not as good as like your types of account, because I know you follow a lot of epilepsy and literally everything you followed, I went and followed. So
She said, I'm sorry, girl.
yeah, I know
She
I'm sorry.
wants to say Montreal, but she'll DM her. So that's like where you are.
Yep. It's like yeah, Canada is just Vancouver and Toronto. She's so right. Yes, Isha, I'm definitely yeah. You know what? If you do a virtual group, I definitely am going to be a part of that, and I'm going to share more awareness with that. I'm going to post it everywhere. Like you have no idea. For my 2 lives that I just did, I posted them on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, everything, and like a lot of people tuned in with the one with Gordon Aid, and they're like, "Did you save it?" No, I'm sorry.
Well,
Like
y'all gonna have to do it again.
oh yeah, I know for sure. Like I'm for sure want to do it with her. Like I know that people have like specific questions, so we're gonna answer those too.
Okay. Epilepsy Canada is more so focused on research. The Canadian Epilepsy Alliance is more so focused on people. What
Mm.
do they link people to each other, Janice?
It kind of, I also read up on it. It's not like I said, they don't post the things that you post. You know, when people send you, or I don't know if you take their post and repost it, I'm 2 years seizure free, or I'm 6 months seizure free. I think there was this kid that you keep posting.
Oh, Isaiah.
I think so, yeah. He is adorable, and I've been following, like I've been liking his things since he's been like, I think 3 months is the first, no, 1 month. I think he posted when he was 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and can't really think of anything else. I don't even know
I,
how many months he's at right now. 9?
I think he's at 8 months right now. I think.
I'm trying to just make this. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I remember celebrating my 8 months, but my 1 year, I have a video of myself crying. It was like it was June 2nd. I was on Snapchat, and then boom, it was like 12 a.m. It was June 3rd, and I was just recording myself crying. I'm like, ugh, should I post this? I was like, no, I look ridiculous. I just kept it for myself, and now every time it's like, the 1 year later, the 2 year later, I just check it out, and I get emotional, and then I'm like, okay, here's to another year. Blacks Alliance has chapters across Canada that have support. Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, my epilepsy support is very supportive. I think it was super helpful. I've told so many people that, you're the first account that I followed, and you've actually really, really helped me, like, come out, like, not only like, yeah, for sure publicly, but to the point where literally everybody on all of my social media apps knew that I had epilepsy. And
I'm glad I could help you.
yeah, you honestly, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you asked me to do a live, I FaceTime like three of my friends freaking out. I went to see my mom. Like, I was just so happy. I said, guys, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna talk about. I'm so nervous. But I was I was so happy because I'm like, thank God, like I have a voice, and like I could talk about it, not only on my live, but I know that you have a lot of people who have epilepsy who are following. So it is a
I,
lifesaver. It is. Yeah.
I think I just wanted, like for me, I think when I started actually on Twitter, ironically. That's
Oh,
how I found my voice. I met a whole bunch of people on Twitter and they were all like from different areas. That's how I met Isaiah's mom on Twitter. And I was like, I'm moving to Instagram. And I was just telling my story on there, like, because I didn't know what my epilepsy meant for me. Like, I had to figure it out. And I just went
yeah.
I went on social media to figure it out. So I was just like telling different things on what I was going through at the time. And I met a whole bunch of people with epilepsy that was going through what I was going through, like losing jobs and just feeling depressed and not happy. And like I was going through all that and I would get, the mentions back and saying, well, I'm going through this too.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm not alone. That's when I was like, started feeling more open. And this was like in 2010. And I was like, okay, I can do this. Because I had, like, my family's supportive, but I had people that was telling me, Derra, you have a disability. You can only go so far. And
Okay, so
I
is
was
that
like, I got too many dreams. What you said?
no? Because a lot of people have asked me, what's the perfect word to describe? Like, what's the word that you use to say epilepsy? Is it illness? Is it disability? Is it condition? Like, I have a something that's called epilepsy. Is it an illness that's called epilepsy? A condition? Like, I'm still trying to, when I explain to people, I don't know what name or word to use to describe it.
I mean, I say condition or disorder. I don't like to say
Technically,
disease.
No, obviously. Me too. I find it a little bit weird, but no, I said I usually say that it's a neurological disorder. That's how I describe it, or I just
Mhm.
said, but I'm living with this condition. See, I sometimes mix it up, but people understand it's like a medical problem, if you want to put it that way. But yeah, honestly, that's I also found Twitter the first person that I can talk to about it, which was Taylor. Um, she's awesome. Like she is now, I think, 4 years seizure free.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, I'm really proud of her, and I'm happy. I was messaging her yesterday, and I'm like, hey, I'm coming to you soon. I'm coming to the States. I'm coming to see you. And we're gonna hang out. And I mean, it's I wish that I can explain to my friends what it's like to try and find people who have the same disorder that I have, and that like that being sorry, give me a second.
You're fine.
um yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm excited to meet new people face to face too. I mean, it's great to do these lives and maybe FaceTime, when on our free time, but I'd love to interact with people and talk to them. And for sure we're not going to always talk about our seizures, but it's nice to it's like going to like an AA meeting, if you want to put it that way, like we know who we are, but we can just listen and talk to each other about it. And I don't know, like I'm sure a lot of people who have epilepsy, who don't have epilepsy, can't really like relate to what I'm trying to say. I know you could understand, and Isha, and wait, hold up, what was her name? No, it wasn't
Which
Jan.
one?
Oh yeah, Janice, there you go. Yeah, so um I mean, you've got friends and family that are there for you. I have friends and family that are there for me. People check up on me every day. Or like my friends that are, some of them are in the States right now, they call me and they're like, what's up? How are you doing? How's your epilepsy? That I love. I'm super grateful for those people. But I would love to have friends that have epilepsy. I would I would love to. I mean, but I don't see myself finding anybody here unless I really speak up and I do something, like if I create a page or if I put up flyers in the hospitals like you mentioned. I hope that that's that's maybe something I'll be able to do in the near future.
Well, I think one thing about the epilepsy community, well, what I've seen, that we're genuine and like everybody's friendly. That's
Yeah.
one thing I've noticed.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
supportive.
Everyone's down to earth and like
Yes.
honest. There's no like, oh, you dealt with that. Okay, well, I never dealt with it. No, it's we've literally all felt like the same way. We've all woken up feeling a certain way. We've all woken up physically looking a certain way. And we listen. I live in fear on some type of level every day. I'm not like feared like for my life, but I'm I'm scared. But I know that people also are scared to a certain level. Like you explained to me that sometimes you wake up and you just hope that you don't have a seizure, and then you go on about your day. I want to be able to
Mhm.
talk to someone about that and be like, I went a day without having a seizure. I did this, and that. I was really tired and I still managed. So I don't know. I talked to my girls about it, my close girlfriends, super supportive too. But
That's a good thing.
yeah, I'm grateful for them too.
Hey, Angelina says her friend from Canada is in the chat.
Oh, cool. What's her friend's name?
That's what I'm trying to see. What's her name?
Oh, okay. So becoming the best me, Arvin has a daughter. Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
it's
she's
her.
from Canada. Okay. Oh,
I'm sure she's about to come.
Marianne.
Mary.
Marianne from Canada.
Hi, Marianne.
Yeah, no, I don't even want to know what it's like to have a daughter or like a son as an epileptic. Like imagine you're an epileptic and then you have to take care of a child that has epilepsy. I don't, nope, not something I want to do. So, but we'll see.
But I think God only puts on you what you can bear, you know?
Yeah, I've heard that saying before. Um, but I mean, yeah, I agree with that 100%. He doesn't give you something that he doesn't think you can handle. That I, I definitely support it. It's just, it's exhausting.
Yes.
It's exhausting. Yeah, but like my friends always say, everything happens for a reason, and something that my dad always told me for the longest, like I think I was super young the first time he ever told me this, was that every problem has a solution. So
And that's true.
even though there's not a cure for epilepsy right now, we are currently the cure.
And
Us,
like
like, sorry, what were you saying?
I was just about to say, and the main thing we want, well, most of us is just to live a normal life and
Yeah,
for people to understand our epilepsy,
yeah,
you know?
that's basically our goal. Like, I just I met new people over the summer. I said, listen, guys, I have epilepsy. This is what you need to do. I didn't want to tell them I have epilepsy. I didn't want to be the girl from the new group that has epilepsy, but I just told them, and they're like, okay, cool. Thanks for letting us know. I hung out with them like 2 weeks later. All of them forgot what to do. I was like, oh my God.
You're just gonna have to keep redoing it. It's like,
All
hey,
the time,
this is
all the
what you
time.
do.
Yeah, all the time. But you know, I'm happy that a couple of them actually asked me. They're like, "Yo, you're the girl with epilepsy, right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm the girl with epilepsy." And they're like, "Okay, so like, what are you supposed to do again?" So I'm like, "Okay, guys, let me explain it to you." But another thing that a lot of people need to keep in mind, epileptics and non-epileptics, just always make sure if you're out with someone that that person knows what to do if you have a seizure. Like, I don't care if it's someone you literally just met, just tell them right away if you know that you're about to spend the day with them or the next hour with them. I always make sure that I tell people because you never know when it can happen, and I want to know that I'm with someone that I
Can't help you.
exactly. 2 years.
I completely agree.
I'm 2 years diagnosed, and oh yeah, 2 years.
How has that been for you since you've been 2 years diagnosed?
Wait, where are you reading?
I'm reading a lady, I'm 2 years diagnosed and it's been life changing.
Oh,
You see
you're
that?
asking her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking me. We've just been talking
Sorry.
about this.
I'm sorry. I was asking her how has that been? Should we have a cheat sheet for them?
I'm he. Oh yeah, sorry. We can't see anything from the little picture. I'm a he. Okay, because we were calling her a she.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Honestly, we just I think we automatically assume that the most people that have epilepsy are females. I don't know
We
why.
do. I don't know why either, because I think maybe it's because we're on here and we're women.
Yeah, but also I feel like women are more open to talk about it than, I don't know, maybe men feel it as a sign of weakness to have a type of this type of diagnosis, but I mean now I'm good with it. I'm good to talk about it. It's cool. Wait, oh, hold on. I'm not even keeping up with. Oh, a cheat sheet for them. Okay, like to give to people when you're hanging out with them. I mean, I'd have to print out like 100 of them, so I just rather tell them or tell them just go check out my Instagram, and on my IGTV there is a video. So actually,
Or you
everybody,
can do
hmm?
you could do a quick little demonstration with one of your friends and show them what to do.
Like throw them on the floor. Okay, so this is what you're
Yep.
supposed to do.
Like, look, this is what you do. Make sure my head is, not well protected. Make sure my head is protected. If the seizure lasts more than 5 minutes, will you call the ambulance after 5 minutes, or
Well, honestly, my mom doesn't call the ambulance anymore. If it's at my house or if, like I'm with people that we know, she'll just bring me to my bed or my couch, anywhere we are, and just let me rest. But for sure, if I'm in public, people freak out and they'll call 911 right away. It could have just lasted 10 seconds and they'll still call 911. So But do so you watched my video, right, for the steps?
Hmm.
Would you have added anything to it? Like, did I miss anything? Any like steps?
I would have to go back and watch. But I don't think you missed anything,
Okay,
but I
because
would have to go
I
back.
know some people maybe do it differently. Like someone said something along the lines of, you forgot to tell them to remove the sunglasses or like if they have any glasses on them. But I mean, that's a given. I would have done it like right away, you know, because if the person's head is on the side and they're bashing it, you know, the glasses is what's gonna hurt them. So,
All I know is like make sure the person's on their side or
mhm.
protect protect their head. If the seizure lasts longer than 5 minutes, call the ambulance. Look for a medical bracelet or alert necklace
Or a
if you
tattoo.
don't. Oh,
Yeah. Mhm.
that's so cool.
Yeah, I got it. Like, I was in school just like doing whatever. I was super bored. And you know how the snake on the like the snake that goes here, that's
Yeah.
that's just the medic alert. It's not necessarily for epilepsy. So I didn't want to draw snakes. I was just like doodling and I was just doing the bubbles. So I did the bubbles here and then I was just bored, so I just started like doing this. I was like drawing this and then I put them into wings and then I
Hmm.
just wrote epilepsy here. Of all my
Okay.
tattoos, this was probably the most painful one. Like extremely painful. Yeah.
I have one right there, but it's just hearts. It's little. Let me see if I can show you. See, it's just this. It's really simple.
Cute. I like it. It's like that. Rihanna has them, but all the way down like on her spine.
Hmm.
Do you have a bracelet though?
I have a medical bracelet. It's in my jewelry box, but I do.
Okay, you don't keep it on you like all the time?
I
Okay.
don't.
Yeah, no, my mom never let me take it off. Like nowhere. Like the pool, the ocean, the shower, like I always had it on. And of course, in 9 years, I managed to lose like four of them. So 2 years ago, she's like, "Okay, that's it. Put it on your body. I don't care. Like, just put a tattoo. Just do it. I don't want you losing it anymore." So I decided, let me put it in a spot where you can definitely see it. And that's where I decided my wrist. I was gonna do like my arm here, but I don't know. I figured it's nicer like on the wrist because that's the first thing they check, right? Is your pulse, if anything, or they'll do either this one or this one. But
Hmm.
yeah, man, it hurt though. Like I
It,
didn't cry, but I think I teared up because of the meaning behind the tattoo. I was just like teared up a bit, and but it was honestly I love it. I love my tattoo. So
I like it too.
definitely, yeah, I definitely recommend people doing it. I saw online, this guy had diabetes. He had he had an allergic he not allergic, but he was allergic to penicillin and morphine or something. And so he
Okay.
had like a large tattoo here, like explaining all of his allergies. I was like, that's kind of smart if you think about it. But it's a big tattoo and my arms are too small for that.
Yes, that's big.
Yeah, that's really big. But I mean, whatever works for him, right? And
Yes.
I know that we're missing a couple of people that were saying stuff.
Yeah, the guy, he responded. He said, I've been going to therapy for a year now. It was totally life-changing, losing my job, my brand new vehicle, not being able to support my family, and feeling completely helpless. I just worked for over a year and a half. I haven't worked for over a year and a half, just looking for hope and positive vibes. Janice said, I used to work at Burke's, and the primary concern, if I had a seizure, was to protect the water Waterford crystal. Am I saying that right? I think I am.
I'm lost, so I don't really. Oh, what? Which one are you reading?
I just read Janice one after the guys solely.
Probably not. We're probably not even pronouncing anybody's name right on here.
Probably not. And then I'm going to the next one,
Or
which
what?
is Romy. He's saying being a man and not being able to provide had me feeling totally worthless.
See, that's probably why not a lot of men talk about it, right? It's a condition that they can't even control, so I can understand it. Being a man means avoiding love and support to the people you care about. Okay, so this is a whole therapy like session right now. Not being able to provide financially due to illness. Yeah, this whole yeah,
Who you care about.
most definitely.
Go Janice. Janice is really like
Yeah,
doing,
yeah, Janice. We should do. Is there even possible to do a three-way like live?
I don't know, can you? Only nope, I just tapped it. Only one guest can be in your life.
Let's see. Maybe like hopefully like next month or next year they'll create something new on Instagram and you can do it with like 5 people.
But
So
what he's
yeah.
saying, I've been there as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
my foundation, we're just starting out, but that's what we're focusing on is job discrimination and trying to make it normal for people who have epilepsy to work. My last job I lost, I literally had to move home. I had to cut my lease at my apartment. My parents had to help me out with my bills. Like it was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And the people did not care. It was like,
Yeah.
you're a liability. I have
Yeah.
to let you go. And I was a teacher.
You were a teacher?
hmm
Oh, what were you teaching?
I was teaching ninth grade, algebra,
Wow.
special education.
Literally the most hatred subject for me in high school. Hated algebra. Hated it.
It's not that bad.
It is. It is. I hate it. I was like, I looked at my teacher. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be using this in the future. And she goes, yes, you are. And I looked at him like, you're going to tell me that I'm going to be at the cash in the grocery store and look at X minus zero, like A2 or whatever, B, and I said, this is not something that I'm going to have to learn. And she goes, just do your exercises. No, I hated algebra. Algebra was just not it. When I heard that we were doing algebra today, I said, nope, I'm gonna put
Well,
some.
math is one thing that never changes. Like
Yeah,
that's something it's beneficial, I think, because it never changes. And you need math. You need to learn how to add and subtract and
yeah.
everything.
Well, that for sure. I think we should just stop after grade 5. When we learn the divisions and stuff. After that, we don't need algebra. We don't need like the the triangle thing and the y
Like the
equals xb whatever like
geometry.
geometry. We don't need any of that. I don't need that. But yeah,
Yeah, we don't use that in
can't
life.
drive, can't work. Yeah, I wasn't able to drive for a while. I had to be 6 months seizure free in Canada. Canada, well, Quebec, anyways, to drive. Yeah,
How long?
here it's 6 months.
Here is 6 months too.
Oh, okay. So it must be. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look, there's definitely the like I he wasn't.
Yeah, you need to apply for disability benefits if you haven't already. That's what I
That's
would suggest.
I don't even know if I have, but I mean, I know that they legally cannot fire you for having a specific medical condition. And I've heard on the internet that people get um, did get fired for having
People
epilepsy.
get people get fired all the time
Oh yeah,
for epilepsy.
yeah, yeah. Like put epilepsy aside, and they'll fire you because they want to fire you, just like that.
hmm
But there are definitely jobs that I can't I can't do because I have epilepsy. So I can't do security, can't do a 12-hour shift. Like if I'm not sitting, I need to rest. I need to stay hydrated, I need to eat. So I don't feel comfortable. I've done security before. I've done like a whole like contract and we did like an overnight like shift. So we did 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. But that like that I had a seizure. So that was actually my last seizure in
Mm.
2018. Yeah, no, that was the security officer. Yeah, I'm saying on it like I think and I think I asked you earlier if you ever woke up um alone. That
Mhm.
was waking up alone in my contract was in Quebec. Waking up alone in the hospital in Quebec with like no friends, no family. My manager, not my manager, but my supervisor wasn't there. I woke up like just in a gown, no doctors, no nurses, and just a note saying, "You looked really beautiful. Like I didn't want to wake you up. So there's a car waiting for you whenever you're ready to take you back to the hotel." And I was like, "What? Like, where is
What
everybody?"
happened?
I had a seizure. I was in my shift. I was doing my shift. It was a 7 to 7 p.m. to a.m. And we were going back to the hotel to, rest. And I had a seizure on one of those big travel buses. There was like easy, like 30 people. If
No, like why they didn't? No one waited with you.
I I didn't bother asking. I was just not happy the rest of my contract. I just tried to play it off as if like it didn't matter to me, and like I played it off as if, yeah, it's not the first time I wake up and there's no one next to me, because it was the first time. I was traumatized, I felt all alone, and I literally felt like I abandoned. Then that's the
Well,
best way.
now see, that's different. Like if I had a seizure in my apartment by myself, but if they at a job, there's not saying they're supposed to, but I think it's just common courtesy that you would stay with a person, you
Trust
know?
how many people have told me and how mad they were when they found out that I woke up alone. But the people that were the most enraged were my parents,
I
because
could imagine.
I didn't tell them and they didn't call them. So I didn't tell my parents about 1 month after getting back from the contract, because the medical bill got sent to the house. So I'm like, shit, I can't hide this any longer. Um, so I mean, then they got really mad and emotional that like we could have been there for you, and I said literally there's nothing you could have done. Like I woke up and I was already alone. I felt like I felt already the feeling of waking up after a seizure sucks. Imagine that, but alone. I'm not even in the city. I'm not even in my own hometown. I'm not in a hospital that I know. There were no nurses or doctors. They just said you had a seizure, you're okay, there's a car waiting for you. But like, are you gonna give me some water? Are you gonna try and like calm me down, tell me it's okay? Because even though you see in my records that I am an epileptic and that I've had like a seizure in the past, you should still be there. And anyways, honestly, that was a seizure that even when I talk about it, sometimes I get like kind of emotional, because I've never felt so alone. Like I've never woken up and felt so abandoned and felt like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I can't even put it into words, to be honest. It was just
Well, I
confused,
think
full stop, like, no.
I think that was a good thing that you left. You wasn't able to continue that job because
Yeah, no, I was never gonna go back. Like the thing is the contract wasn't up. It was only the third day and we had like a whole week. So I made sure to like really, really like rest after that one seizure. I rested for 2 days, and I kid you not, I was so mad. I went to the supervisor, the head supervisor, the next day, and I said, if you don't pay me for the 3 days that I've missed, I was gonna say two, it's the 3 days that I missed because of my seizure. If you take that out of my paycheck, I swear to God, I will sue you. I straight went up to them like that, and they didn't understand why I was mad, and I explained it to them. I explained that I didn't want to wake up alone, and they go, we apologize, but we really need to get back to the hotel. I
that
was
is
not
horrible.
I was not okay with it. No, I should not have had to deal with that. And that will be something that's going to stay with me for the rest of my life. And that's why after that day, that was my last seizure. I said to myself, I never, ever want to feel that way again. So I pulled myself together, I got my shit together. I started. It was summer. It was summer, right? It was in June. So I had 3 months to prepare myself before school started, and I was really getting ready. And no more seizures after that. Like I was able to start celebrating. And the girls that I was in the bus with, well, I traumatized the girl next to me because I wasn't. I was just sitting there. She was next to me, and
Oh,
I literally, the poor thing, honestly, because apparently how it happened was my head flipped back and then went boom, like straight on the
oh,
window. Like I was bashing my head and she was screaming and she started crying and trembling and she literally wouldn't move from her seat. And one of the other supervisors was like, I need to grab her and bring her outside. Like I need to move her. But she just wouldn't get out of the seat. So he had to physically grab her and move her.
yeah.
Grabbed me, put me on his shoulders, and they pulled over the bus. They like brought me down. They put my head down, put like a coat underneath, and the only thing I remember about that seizure was just feeling cold. It was so cold. Like that's all I remember, just cold everywhere. So that I know I traumatized her. She kept messaging me after our contract was up. She goes, hello, like, are you okay? Like, how are you doing? I said, I'm good. I'm really sorry you had to see me like that. I know you'll
Oh.
never forget me. You'll never forget me. That's like a story you're gonna tell people. But yeah, that I think my mom told me to tell this story. She told me don't hold this story back because this is something that epileptics should not have to go through alone. But definitely some of them have woken up feeling this way too. But no, I cried a lot that night. I cried a lot because I didn't have my mom, I didn't have my dad, I didn't have my friends. I had no one with me. So that one was very, till this day, I still think about it sometimes. So I don't want any epileptics to go through that. So honestly, like I'm talking to everybody here who's epileptic and non-epileptic. You just need to surround yourself with people who you know will stick by your side if you have a seizure, people who will literally know what to do, will call your
Hmm.
parents, who even if you tell them don't call anybody because sometimes you'll feel ashamed, screw that. You know that person's going to call 911. You know that person's got your back no matter what, that they're supporting you. They won't judge you for having this disorder. Like don't like that's the best thing I can say about your support system, something that you definitely need. I mean, I've been epileptic nine and a half years now, and my support system has been strong, but it really got like extremely powerful in the past 2 years, 3 years. Yeah.
They're strong. Your support system is strong, girl.
Yeah. I mean, I'm grateful for that. I know a lot of people don't have that. People who've been recently diagnosed with epilepsy, or people who also have had epilepsy a long time who are older than me. I know that their support system isn't necessarily like strong because they've maybe had it for a longer period of time. But epilepsy doesn't just get better with time. It's you always have it. You always feel the same type of way. It doesn't go away. You can still have a seizure whether you said you were 9, right? So
Hmm.
you had a seizure when you were 9. You can have one when you're 35. Like it doesn't go away. It doesn't change. It's not like it's how do I explain? What can we even compare it to?
I don't even know. Because I mean, I like my seizures kind of stopped, but my seizures, ooh, I used to be so mad because I would go like right when I was about to get my license in high school, I
You got
had a seizure. No, I had a seizure the day of me getting my license.
oh, that's even worse.
I wasn't able to get my license until I was 21, like, because I was sick.
I think I was 20 and everybody was getting it at like 16, 17. I was like, God damn it.
I
Also,
went through the
people didn't
classes and
want me
everything.
to drive. My friends like, oh, I'm like, I can drive next to you. You've had it for 2 years. Or like, no. It's like, damn it. I'm such a good driver too. Oh, I was so mad. But I actually just saw Soli. So I don't even know how to pronounce this person's name. I feel like a lot of people think I'm weak or I'm faking it. Yeah, that's another thing I felt throughout high school, especially when I was super tired and I and had just had a seizure and I'd come back to school. And I was weak and I didn't do good in gym class and I would sit it out. My teachers understood, but the girls were like, "You're clearly just faking it not to do it." or you're just pretending like your illness is, well, literally they said illness. They said you're just pretending like your illness is not, it's something not serious. I'm like, you know what? I really hope these people are seeing like what I'm doing right now, how much I'm talking about it, the seriousness. I hope that they saw my video. I hope they understand what epilepsy is and how serious it is. Like, this is, you can die from a seizure, you know? Like, there
Exactly.
have been celebrities that have died. There have been just people, and like from I was reading up these articles about people back in the, I think it was in the 80s or 70s, people who didn't believe in medication, right? The parents did not believe in medication. So they said, no, epilepsy will just go away on its own. On its own? What? I've never heard of someone having epilepsy and then it goes away on its own. There's a reason why medication exists for epilepsy. It's a neurological disorder, right? So anyways, that really aggravated me when I saw that. It was like a 3-year-old who died on top of that. He was like only 3 years old.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, 3 years old. So I mean, anyways, I just hope people learn more about it now. I'm gonna keep doing these lives. I'm probably gonna do another live with you soon, anyways. But
Yes.
I definitely want to do more lives, and I want more people to see them and to learn more about epilepsy. So hopefully, bring what you're doing in Louisiana in Montreal.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe with your help and Angels of Epilepsy and Seize the Day, I'll be able to like open, I was gonna say open up, but start up a new Instagram page maybe this summer, actually, when I have more time. Right now full-time students is kind of kicking my ass.
I understand, girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Angelina says my son has epilepsy and people think I use him as an excuse to get out of stuff. People are
Wow.
crazy.
Wow, I don't know who you're hanging around with, but cut them off, girl. What the hell? I would never use my epilepsy for, oh no, never,
I
never,
don't.
never. Wait, hold up. Eee.
Now, I had one teacher who actually thought I was faking, and I had the seizure in front of her.
No, you proved her wrong.
No, she thought my seizure, she thought I was faking a seizure.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Yeah. And that made me feel like really vulnerable.
Well,
It was
yeah.
like, wow,
Did
why
you do
would I fake
anything if
this?
she thought that that you were faking it? Did she like help you out?
I don't know. Like when you're having a seizure, you're out of it. I don't know what happened.
Wow.
I
Wow.
don't know what happened. Like this is in college. I was in there talking to her in her office and I just dropped. I told her, hey, I'm about to have a seizure, and that's all I remember telling her. And then I hear like a few weeks later, she's telling my other classmates in other classes that I faked a seizure. Yeah.
My god. Oh my god.
Yes.
You should expose her right here and then. I'm gonna go take care of that. What the hell? You don't make fun of someone for having this type of. Oh, that actually got me really bad.
It's kind of like everything, every issue that I pretty much had. But see, at my school, I never really was open about my epilepsy. It was like I tell you on a need to know basis, like,
Mhm.
you know. So maybe that's why she thought I was faking. I don't know. But yeah, that one hurt a lot.
Well, I actually had a couple of people. We had a final exam in college. Was it college? I can't remember. Yeah, I was in college. We had a final exam, and I was just joking around when I said like I'm so not ready. I didn't study, and I was ready for it, but you were just talking with like the rest of the kids because they're just like, yeah, we're not ready either. And I said, I'm not feeling good though, and they're like, oh, you're just faking it. Like you're good, don't worry. And that night, I went home. The exam, sorry, was the next day, and then seizure, and then I didn't come to the exam, and everybody thought like I either dropped the class or I faked being sick. And then I told them, no, like guys, I had a seizure, that's why I didn't come in. And they didn't believe me. They're like, wow, it's funny how this teacher can fall for it.
Really?
Oh, let me tell you something. I was sitting next to these people in my class, and the next day I was at the other end of the class. Don't ever don't ever insult me or come at me when it comes to my condition. Don't tell me that I'm faking it. I would. Why would I fake it? It's
Exactly. That's not nothing we want.
no, it's not something I would wish on anybody. Nothing. I would not wish this on anybody. Look, you can live with it. You can live with epilepsy. People have lived with it forever, you know? But it's just not something, it's a challenge every day. Every single day is a challenge to live with this condition. So I definitely want to tell people that are on here, um, that if they need people to talk to about epilepsy, like they can follow us and they can talk to us about it, and like you can, we're so open about it. We're not going to come and judge you. And if you get to tell us a story about a seizure that you had and how you felt, we felt it. We know what it's like. We've been there. So
Hmm.
just let it out. Like I finally found someone, and you, Gordon, like you've been super helpful. Taylor too. Like I literally, I'm able to talk to you guys about it, and I know that when I'm talking to you, you're not just nodding and being like, yeah, I get it, but don't get it. I know you understand what
No,
I'm,
we get it. We've
yeah,
been in this a while.
I know. And it plays with you. It really messes you up, like emotionally sometimes, you know, because you're just like, well, nobody really like could relate to this except for people who I don't know personally, but I'd love to get to know, because to be able to share that with someone is it's very it's like a relief. It's very relaxing, I feel. So everybody that has been here like commenting and everything, I really appreciate it. Like I learned new things actually today with everybody who's been sharing their information. So I just want to give you guys a shout out and thank you for that.
Well, we both appreciate it.
Yes, sorry, we both appreciate it.
No, hit us both up. Follow Romy
Yes, Romy.
and message me if you guys are interested in like a group,
Mm-hmm.
virtual group, and I'm gonna start one first on like an Instagram pod, and then I'm gonna like just create a flyer probably sometime this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and
You
I'll
know
start it
what?
next week.
You should drop your Twitter. Do you still have Twitter?
Hmm.
You should drop it on the chat, people, if they want to follow you. If you still have it for, do you still have it for epilepsy, or is it personal one?
It's both. I talk about everything.
Okay.
It's my name. It's my name though. It's not like
Oh, okay. Okay. Hold up. I'm gonna write that down because I'm gonna definitely. Let me
so.
pretend like that didn't happen.
Message me and let me know if you guys were interested in the virtual group support group.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm still learning Instagram Live. Like I pinned your pin, Angelina, and I can't pin this one.
oh,
Okay, I
don't worry
pinned it.
about it. I don't really know how to use technology either. Especially with this new phone. I got an iPhone 11, and I still don't know sometimes how to put the flash on um, for the camera. Like I'm like, okay, you know what? Just take my phone, take the picture. Oh, I broke it.
Angelina says, "Yes, I do have a lot to say in the morning. I be wide awake."
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no, I don't tweet. I don't tweet as much. I retweet. I love retweeting things. I love honestly Twitter and Instagram are just hilarious. I laugh. I go on there. I it's like my morning newspaper. I laugh and then I just go about my day. I don't like tweet much, but most of my pictures that are on my Twitter, you know what? Here, I was like, what is my Twitter?
Well, why don't you drop your Twitter too?
I don't know it. Oh god. Wait.
Well, I'm gonna create a group anyway, like a pod for us
Yeah.
as
You know
well.
what? Here.
So,
I think it's Rosie. Oh my god. Um, I think that's what it is. It's like a black and white picture. Wait, did I post it? Yeah. It's a black and white picture, and it's like me in like a hoodie and like sneakers. It's like really
okay,
special. But it's pinned. I have a pinned tweet, and it's like me celebrating my 1 year. And I tagged Taylor actually in it. So she got
okay.
like she was super happy, and that's I was like, I did this for Taylor because she had like the two and I had the one, so yeah.
Okay, well, that should be easy to find. We just stayed long.
That's true too. I don't know. I have to reset my passwords like 6 times. I don't remember my passwords. My friend's like, why don't you just keep them in your notes? So I keep forgetting. And what if someone sneaks into my phone?
Yeah, um, I have to reset them all the time.
Yep. I just add like an extra number at the end or like a capital. That's all.
Okay, guys. Well, this has been fun.
Yeah, I'm so happy I finally met you face to face
Virtually.
virtually. Yeah.
Yes,
So let me know, like if you post it on your story or on your page, like I'm gonna repost that on mine and try to get more people to be a part of the virtual group. Hopefully people who have epilepsy and even people who don't, I want them to be a part of it to see how much awareness we can spread, which is basically, the goal. And save this before you exit it, okay?
I will. I saved mine.
Okay. I can't save it because it's not me who created it, but just save it and then send it to me and I'll like, maybe like I'll fix it up because I know we got carried away at times and then my mom came and interrupted. So I'll for sure like post it.
Okay, I'll save it and I'll edit some stuff out too, okay?
Okay, great. So it was really
All right.
nice meeting you. Bye guys.
It was nice meeting you. You too. Bye.
Bye.